Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Haunted Scouse. Not quite sure what this is going to be yet. Fingers crossed it will appear on the channel in some sorts. But we've we've been invited down by our friends that you would have seen already at Northwich House, which I'll come and have a chat with them in a moment. But it's very, very late. It's coming up to about 1 o'clock-ish now. Hence why you're only going to see me on this, because Chris is tucked up in bed because he's too lazy to get his arse down here. So, yeah, after being invited as well, and he doesn't want to get out of bed and come and investigate. But fingers crossed, this should be an absolute belter of an episode. But let's come and have a chat with the guys. And here they are. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
How do? How are we?
Alright, you?
Yeah, not too bad. So obviously you can introduce yourselves again. I'm sure everyone knows. Who have we got?
I'm Greg.
We've got Greg.
Gav.
And Jase.
And Jase. So first and foremost, I'll just whip this round. Thanks for where are we? There we are. There. Right, huddle in, boys, huddle in.
Yeah.
There we are. Right. Thanks for inviting us down. It's much appreciated. Obviously, it's you know, I've made the effort. Chris clearly hasn't, but yeah, you can give him a little wave and say wakey wakey. So I'll whip this round. So basically, where are we? And any sort of history on the building would be great as well.
Plaza Bingo in Northwich. Yeah. Obviously, it was around. Well, it was built in 1926. Originally was a theatre and musical, and then after that, in the 60s, it became a bingo hall, and then obviously for a fair while, it was that, and then turned into years later, about 2010 to 15, it turned from the bingo hall back to having nothing in here. Because obviously then it was not derelict, but just empty for a while, and then they're just trying to reopen it now to its original theatre and musical place. Cinema. Obviously, it used to be a cinema as well before the bingo hall, but obviously it's now going back to its roots with stages and doing dancing and theatre stuff, trying to do that. So obviously give it a bit of a revamp. So yeah, so really, there's nearly 100 years of history with it, isn't there? Really, you know what I mean? So yeah, and actually, like I say, growing up as a kid, my mum, my auntie used to work here in the bingo days. My auntie was a bingo caller, and my mum was a barmaid, cleaner, all that, just the other stuff really around there. So yeah, and they say used to come here as a kid.
Get your attention then.
I'm opening it.
I'm gonna. Well, I hope so. Obviously, there is one more person who let us in tonight, but if they're not here, I don't know what the hell that was. But
Apparently,
there's a fair bit of
history.
alleged paranormal.
I think obviously on that I was going to say, so any sort of hauntings or what usually happens here? Or
apparently stuff that lurks around back where we were originated, down the bar, a guy all dressed in black, like so to speak, and then obviously apparently there's a woman that walks about with a long skirt on, which Jackie Dennison said about that, but my mum has never picked that up, but my mum has picked up the guy that walks down through the bar when she's worked here. But I'd say that the main part where my mum has said there's always been very like scary, sort of like chills, is over in that far corner where we've had the light going off in that corner.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but so it's a very mysterious place, I think. I'd say my mum, a few people in here then weren't working here, used to hear all kinds of noises down there and stuff like that. So very magical place, I think.
That, just at the side.
So put one on the edge there.
Jesus. He just slipped down a step.
Part of the bloopers. Hello? Is there anybody here?
Shit the bed. It's a step there, you know. Just trying to gauge you and see. But yeah.
Hello, is anybody here with us? Is David here tonight? Are you here, David? You used to enjoy coming here with your girlfriend, didn't you? 1929? The movies?
Must have been fun times then for you.
energies? Is there any more energies around us? Anyone's spirit here, or spirits? Please come forward. Don't be afraid.
If there is anyone here who'd like to come and talk to us, can you try and make yourself known? Possibly by making a noise. Or perhaps not that type of noise. Can you try and touch one of the devices and make them light up? Maybe if you're down on the stage, you try and touch one of the balls that are down there. Oh God, I'm very aware how close I am to the edge here, and there's a lot of shit on the floor.
Adam's come to visit, not to stay.
Come on, we don't mean you any harm or any disrespect. You try and touch one of the devices for us and let us know that you're here with us. Try and make a noise. God, this roof. I'm going to break your neck, honestly, on this one.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that. Really
I don't know, was that...
Watch your foot.
Oh. Down there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Was that me who set that one off, by the way?
Might have been. It might have been.
Yeah. It's just interesting, that one went off, and then that one went off down there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. Can you, thank you. Can you affect any of the other devices, please? Can you try and touch one of the other objects with the bright lights on? If you can see them.
You go a little bit further onto the stage, there's a lot more that you can light up. Thank you. Can you try and make that stop now? Thank you very much. Can you try and find any of the other ones that are in the room and make them light up? Say thank you.
Thank you.
We don't mean you any harm. We're just here to have a conversation with you. You used to work here? Perhaps you used to come here when you were younger? Perhaps when it was a cinema? Can you try and find one of the other objects in the room and make it light up? We'll try and touch it or go near it. Clearly like that one. Is that where you are in the corner? Can you try and make a noise? To break my neck and get a bit further down.
Well, we said that corner was very active for certain things as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is this a male that we're talking to? If it is, can you make the ball light up? Thank you. Why don't you come up and join us and come and talk to us? Well, since we're up here, why don't you do something else down there? Go up onto the stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that.
Obviously, it's funny because it's not. I mean, like that went off, then on again straight away, didn't it? So you could argue that well, every minute it's coming on, going off, coming on, coming off. But
yeah,
that just shows that it's, you know, it's not faulty or anything because it's not. You know, it'll be off for. It was off for a good 2 minutes before, wasn't it? And then it came back on. So. That's got some spring to it, that one. Oh my God. I tell you, I think my arse is going to go through it. If you can pull down the best seat in the house, that would be quite nice as well.
yeah.
Well, it's been known to happen.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, it's quite interesting, that one is actually down. If you can push that seat down, I'd be quite impressed.
Last time I come actually was the second time. I kept seeing, you know, little flickers of light over there.
Yeah.
I was just drawn to over there, and I went and sat down. When I sat down there, you know, I'm 100% certain there was something behind me. I could hear it.
Yeah.
It's almost like they were like, you know,
Shifting across
to get in the seat, kind of thing. I was like,
yeah.
it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just
it
like
was crazy.
because it's so tight as well, and you think it's like, you know, what are you doing?
Just the fact that I was drawn to that area, and then when I sat down, and I could hear that going on behind me, it was just, a bit crazy.
Can you perhaps tell us where we are? Can you give us your name? Or perhaps the name of anyone here? You're welcome. Hello. Can you try and tell us how you were associated to this building? boys. Can you see us? Do you perhaps recognise someone here? Come on, come forward, we don't mean you any harm. You perhaps try and give us a year. Look there. You try and tell us where you are. Perhaps you can tell me where you are. Maybe tell me when to stop. That's staticky. Come on, we don't mean you any harm. Can you try and tell us your name? Can you tell us what building that we're in? And what this is used for? Would you like to come forward and talk to us? Yeah? Can you tell us your name? It's ticking on. Hopefully that's charged the place up a little bit anyway. But
yeah, we can maybe, move down.
Yeah.
Towards stage area, if you like. Try it down there.
Why not? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. If that was you trying to communicate, we are going to come down towards the stage now. If you'd like us to come down, can you try and make one of the devices go off and maybe tell us where we should go? Behind you.
Obviously you've got your hat on.
Spoons actual in it in here.
Yeah, proper. Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's very cold. See, that's where that ball was going off before. Didn't even realise this door was open, to be honest.
Is it open?
Yeah. I thought it was closed, showing we were up there.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, what's in there?
See, you know, we've been here 3 times now, and sometimes this one will be locked, another one will be open.
So if there is anyone down here who's possibly on the stage with us, can you try and make one of the devices light up? Or maybe try and make one of the chains move? See heavy chains. Huh? Well, we don't mean you any harm. See what we'll do. I've got a device on the table here. Oh, it's a wobbly. There we go. on that very wobbly table. You can choose a word from it, and it'll possibly open up a way of communicating with us. Perhaps you can start by telling us your name. Or perhaps whether you're male or female.
Potentially.
Potentially. Well, it'd be quite nice if you could. Obviously, we've come here to communicate with you. Try and use the device to tell us. Maybe one of the others that's scattered around the place. Elizabeth. So is this a female that we're talking to? Can you use one of the devices, or?
We're friends.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you. If you do trust us, obviously maybe you can try and make yourself known another way. Perhaps using your voice. Maybe making a noise.
Adult.
No, I think you'll find 4 very big children here. Yeah, I think we might need a responsible adult.
Yeah.
I think he's at home in bed, to be honest. I probably should have brought him to look after us.
That's loose.
So yeah, you've just got us tonight. So, well, perhaps you're looking for an adult. But if this is a child that we're talking to, why don't you come and maybe push one of the devices on the floor and make it light up? Smith.
Adults, yeah. 4 adult tickets, please.
Is this maybe an Elizabeth Smith? So we had Elizabeth before. Is this who we're talking to?
You knew that coming down, that's why it's gone off. Hey?
Yeah, it's very sensitive, that one. You've got to get right up to it. It's good when it does go off, but it very, very rarely does.
devices.
Because.
Like this.
The woods.
The woods.
The woods. You never said the theatre or the bingo hall. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, definitely.
It was definitely an atmosphere, so
Yeah, an atmosphere to it, yeah.
so it's just it's weird. Let's turn that around. It's just weird in a way because you're in a theatre or you're in a place that's probably renowned for quite a lot of noise, and it's just very still and quiet.
Yeah. But
no doubt we're down here now. Something's gone up there.
yeah, you got the feeling that, you know, something could happen any time. You know.
Would you like to play bingo? Not you two.
Don't be nervous.
I usually shit myself playing bingo, to be honest.
2 levels up, 22. Legs 11.
Could have been dust, but something just shot past my camera. Oh. Yeah, keep going.
Number 10, Maggie's 10.
Make a great bingo caller,
1
Jay.
and 3. 13. Keep it slow. 6 and 5, 65. 1 and 6, 16. 2 and 9, 29. None of you say house.
No, I didn't.
You keep going.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Still looking for a line.
64, 64.
You try and make that go all the way up for us.
Oh. 1 and 5, 15. 1, 7, 17.
Thank you.
He died.
Yeah, it's gone off cat ball.
Oh,
Cat ball's going off.
Okay.
oh,
He died.
Yeah, it's gone off cat ball.
oh.
Cat ball's going off.
Okay.
Well, the cat ball went off. The EMF's going right up as well. Just flicked right the way up to red. Had the camera on it as well.
5 and 6, 56. 1 and 8, 18. 5 and 7, 57.
Cheers.
Well, that could be where the hell are the chairs? Because
Yeah.
they used to be here. Or it could be the...
One's at the table. The devices are now going on.
What, put it under it, did you say? You could do, yeah?
Yeah.
Battery.
Speak it.
Speak it now. Still going. Still going. Thank you. You want a bingo caller here?
It's interesting, isn't it? Because the activity was over there before on that cat ball, and then it has at least seemed to have come up onto the stage, but again, just focused on one area. You try and make those lights go all the way up to red again for us, please, if that is you that we're talking to. You try and make the other device go off on the table again and make it flash. Oh, thank you.
So, thank you.
So that's speak and that's talk. It's like,
Thank you for that.
you can't.
Can you please try and gather as much energy as you can? That's it. For more energy.
Come on, keep going. Clearly you don't like us sitting in silence, so come on. We will keep talking, we will keep trying. Did you enjoy that?
Vision.
You can play it, Sal.
I know.
You can play it.
I can't.
I can.
Very poorly.
I can't. I can play. I can't play. I mean, I can play. Hold on.
Play the tune on the stage. And see if we get a reaction. Worth a try.
Anything's worth a try.
We'll be your audience.
Groupies.
I'm getting paid for this, aren't
If you stage dive, you're just going to hit the floor, by the way, so.
Okay, cut that bit.
I'm angry.
Sorry about that. I made a mistake.
It's not a good start.
Bingo caller, musician, ghost hunter, man of many talents.
Florence. Alice.
Hey.
You like that?
The new Haunted Scouse theme tune coming out very, very soon. You heard it here first. You need help. Enough of that shit.
Where's my drummer gone?
Definitely got impact, Danny.
Had a great effect, that.
We've only got about an hour left, so we're going to go back up to the top where we first started. We're going to leave REM pods, capbles, anything that lights up and makes noise down here on the stage, because there has been a little bit of activity, and fingers crossed if we kind of move away, something might come back out. But yeah, let's go back upstairs. Come on, we haven't got long. Can you try and make one of the devices light up or make a noise? Maybe tap on one of these chairs and show us where you are. We know you've been seen here, and you do like to visit here and sit down. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming up and talking to us. Can you, thank you, I was about to say make that stop. So is this where you like to come and sit and watch the show? Is there a particular seat that you like to sit in? Perhaps you can maybe make a noise and show us where. Or if you can just try and make that device go off again for us. Perhaps try and show yourself on my camera. Maybe it's a light. Maybe come and sit down in between the two gentlemen you can see.
And watch a movie.
What was that? Did you hear that then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been my seat.
It was somewhere. Oh.
Round on,
Yeah. If that was you, could you do that again? Did you try and knock or tap on something? Someone's having a good night anyway.
Yeah.
We are going to go soon, so if there's anything you'd like to say, or anything you'd like to do, before we leave, I mean, are you happy here? Do you enjoy being here? If you do, and possibly you're at peace, can you try and give us a sign to let us know that you are happy? Thank you. Oh, that's nice to know.
A girl here called Elizabeth.
Oh,
Thank you.
so there is. Thank you. Go on, carry on with that line. Maybe they're sick of me asking questions.
You used to come here a lot, Elizabeth. You enjoy this place? Elizabeth, did you play bingo here? Or did you come back? Did you come here when it was at the theatre and stuff? Or did you work here?
Are you a child? Is there more than one of you here? Thank you. You can just step away now. Thank you. If there is anyone else here who'd like to come forward and come and talk to us, can you try and make yourself known? Possibly by making a noise. Maybe showing yourself as a light. Perhaps you can come and sit down on one of these chairs.
Come and join us in these chairs. Chairs. Chairs.
What was that? Did someone just tut then or click?
And click. Was that what it was?
Literally behind. I thought you're all over there, aren't you?
I heard something, yeah.
I thought it was one of you, like your mouth, like.
No. Chairs.
It was bloody close, that. If that was you, could you do that again? Oh. Was that you made the sound before, was it? So you definitely...
Knocking sound. Like that.
Is there somebody up here with us now?
Thank you. Stop.
Thank you. It's going off its head, isn't it? Is that you trying to move it? Is that why it keeps lighting up? If it is, thank you. You can keep going, keep trying to push it. Strange, no. Well, clearly when we talk about it, it would stop. But we obviously asked for it to try and maybe move it. And
Thank you for trying that.
Are you trying to move the ball?
was that you who jumped over to one of the other devices when we asked? To one of the other devices when we asked? To one of the other devices when we asked? Right, well, we'll just do something really quick here and then so... Come on, get in shot. There we go.
Oh, good, yeah.
Right, so Northwich Plaza. What do we think, guys? What are we saying?
Very interesting tonight. Cat ball's going off tonight.
K2 spiking.
You had a live performance from me. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's a bit that you didn't see because we cut it out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the bingo column is alright. It's only to carry on.
No, not a great lot of activity. A few bits and bobs.
I think.
More noises.
I mean, that's it though. It's been quiet in places, but when we've asked for stuff, like to say the cat ball's been going off quite well. And
we've heard springs and the seats move.
yeah, it's been in little short bursts, but in specific places, like on the table down on the stage in the corner, and obviously on the side there. But it's a place that you could spend hours here, couldn't you? But I think it's just sort of reached that natural conclusion now, hasn't it? Where it's just gone a little bit flat. So
it's gone flat. Yeah, definitely.
We'll definitely arrange a revisit and see if we can get Chris back with us as well. And yeah, we'll try and hit it from all angles, get a few more cameras, a few more lock-offs. And well, yeah, obviously again, thanks for watching. And again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and yeah, grow the page, share. And again, massive thanks to these fellas again for getting us in and inviting us down. And hopefully you'll see a lot more of them on the channel as well. But
hopefully you enjoyed it. You're okay.
Yeah, but for now, thanks very much, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Yeah, bye.
Sugar. Oh, what a night. 3 o'clock in the morning. 45-minute drive home. Haunted Scouse. Haunted Scouse.